The 26th of May 2021 will see the only full moon lunar eclipse this year. That is, the Sun, the Earth and the Moon are all lined up in a nice little row, with the Earth casting a shadow over the Moon, giving it a reddish pinkish appearance, giving it the name of blood moon. Whilst the term blood moon certainly isn't new, we've had a few of them this year already. To have it when it's a supermoon, that's unusual. A supermoon is that the Earth is rotating around, the Moon is rotating around the Earth, but it doesn't go on a perfect circle. It's more of an elliptical, and when it comes closer to the Earth and it's a full moon, it gives the illusion that it's a lot bigger than what it really is. It will be visible as a full lunar eclipse in Australia, New Zealand, Western United States, Southeast Asia for about 14 or 15 minutes. For the central United States and the eastern side of the United States, it's going to be a partial lunar eclipse, and also the same will apply for Japan and other parts of Asia. Now, unlike a solar eclipse, the lunar eclipse is perfectly okay and perfectly safe to look at through the naked eye or through a telescope or spotting scope. But pretty much every time that a lunar eclipse happens, we always get a solar eclipse within 2 weeks before or 2 weeks after. In fact, this time we're due for a full solar eclipse around about the 10th of June. And if you're planning on photographing the solar eclipse, forget everything I'm telling you here right now. You're either going to hurt your gear or do yourself some serious damage. I would advise against doing it altogether. To photograph the moon, the lunar eclipse, it's really not that difficult. One, you need to know where it's going to come up. And because we've still got a few days before this event happens, we can just go out the night before and see where the moon is rising, where it's passing through the sky, so you can plan the photo that you want to take. All you need to do is be mindful that it's going to be an hour later every single day. That's just how the moon works. Now, as far as gear goes, if you've got something like the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, you already know that you can photograph the moon pretty well there. Just go into the 30 times zoom, that's where I found the sweet spot to be. 30 times zoom, focus in onto the moon and take your photo. It's pretty damn simple, you just do it handheld. Now, if you don't have a phone that's going to do that, you're going to need some way to bring that image closer. Some binoculars, spotting scope, telescope, all those sorts of things. Now, if you don't have that stuff available to you right now, my advice is to sit back, relax and enjoy the light show that's about to happen in the sky. Because you take a photo with your, say, iPhone without any sort of lens attachment, you're going to be pretty disappointed in it. But if you do have an iPhone and you do have a telescope with a phone holder, well, let's get into that and I'll show you how to do it. So I've got the phone set up on here with the holder. I'm just going to line the moon up and we'll see what we can do with whatever app. That looks pretty good to me. I've already done the focusing on the moon without the phone holder, just to make sure it's nice and clear. And I'm going to try an app now. I think we'll try the Camera Plus 2 app. It's got full manual control, but because we're so close to this here, what I'm thinking, and it may not bloody work, but I'm thinking, might try macro, because we're so close, and see what we get. Could be interesting. So I've got Camera Plus 2 set up in macro mode, and that's what I can see right here. Now, I'll just line this up a little bit better. And I'm just going to touch on the screen. It's going to focus there. I've set up the 3-second timer because you'll see as I do that, there's a little bit of movement there. That looks pretty good. What I'll do, I'll just recenter the moon with the controller. Look at that, James Culver. There you go, dude, you're getting a mention in the video. Now the controller's back in the cradle. Maintain that focus. Hit the shutter button. 3, 2, 1, here we go. That will look bloody good, I think. Let's go and have a look. Look at those craters. That's mint. I really like that. I really, really like that. There's lots of craters, lots of shadows in the craters, especially around the edge there. For a phone, that's pretty bloody good. That really is quite impressive to get that sort of an image out of an iPhone. That's it for today, guys. Enjoy shooting the lunar eclipse, and I'll see you with a full tutorial about moon photography with your telescope next week. I'll catch you later.